Yogesh Mehta from Motilal Oswal Securities now joins in on the show. Yogesh, a large part as to what is happening with the overall index, the driving force really would be Reliance Industries on the gas discovery, and a lot of experts are talking about a possible addition of 12 rupees per share on the back of this. Would you concur, and where do you see the stock headed?
Yes, as the news flow came on Friday about Reliance KG-D6 recovery, which is much larger than the existing one. The only thing is market is including and anticipating that to be continued from day one, but that will take some 3-4 years to dig in and cash on to those production. But since the stock downside is very much limited from 780 and 760 level, it seems that bargain hunting is on and everybody wants to lap up on the stock. That's why we have seen this appreciation of almost 4% in the stock price today. And overall, that will, of course, EPS accretive and would be beneficiary for this ongoing. So from neutral, maybe we can see some more appreciation in the stock price further also, up to 850, 860 level.
How are you playing the overall telecom basket? There has been positive news in Reliance Communications, and that seems to have seen a piggyback effect for Bharti Airtel as well. What's the call?
Yeah, since now telecom tariffs are on an uptick now from the bottom prices, and it is almost on the free of cost on the outgoing even, and now 33% price hike by Arcom. So this will lead towards, again on a larger player like Bharti, which has got dominant market share and #1 in that. So that seems that, it can appreciate further from here and on account of profitability gain. Second would be on the preferred bet would be Idea, which has got, major circles after Bharti. So these are the two stocks we are looking at on buy side. Of course, telecom sector seems to be very positive from here.
Aviation really failed to impress when it came to the numbers of Jet Airways as well as the SpiceJet. There's been so much negative news also coming about in this sector in addition to the positive. But do you think that the negatives outweigh the positive and you'd be a bit circumspect on this pack as a whole?
Aviation per se is for India, globally also it is not a sector which has done well and they're deep into red every time. But yet here also tax structure is such that operating cost is very high and the interest cost as well. Overall, I don't foresee that any of the major high beta stocks are this Jet Airways will do anything further on a positive side from here. So aviation sector should be avoided overall, though it is a high beta one.
You had volume growth, which has been the key contributor, not just for ITC's numbers, but Britannia as well, and the counter is holding up pretty smartly. What's the call, and would you be betting on some of the mid-cap FMCG names now?
Yes, post Britannia result, which has been very good, and YOY we have seen margin improving by almost 2.8%, and that will drive further profitability on the upside also. And this stock was largely laggard than comparative when we've seen FMCG basket running, sector running overall. So this was a stock, and today it is up by 15-16% right now. On FMCG stock, lower side one can look at Dabur and Imami. These are the two stocks on the small cap and mid cap companies which can appreciate further from this level.
Just wondering if you're doing any kind of or advising any kind of long-term bottom fishing in the metal names, or just advising people to stay out, okay?
Yeah, see, metal sector is deep in a limbo right now, and globally there is no demand and not doing well also. Prices are at going down and down every time.
Right.
So we are avoiding that. Only if we are looking at anything on a positive side would be then Hindalco, that will prefer bet into the whole metal sector. And on dip we are not aggressive on that, but on dips, yes, long-term investors can invest into the stocks or the sector. But short-term, certainly no. Not to buy.
Yeah, just wondering. It's probably difficult in these times, but gives you a great opportunity. Wockhardt was a blockbuster stock last year. Is there a Wockhardt stock of the year idea that you have thought about in your PCG? Something that could well have some risks, but could well turn out to be a multi-bagger from the mid-cap space?
Yeah, since now Wockhardt has been into high beta, and we have seen stock correcting from 1900 level to 1250 again post the announcement which has come on the result as well as the event. But I think we don't have coverage on that, even soft coverage is not there, but could be a good opportunity to get into the stock, but this time you will not get that multi-bagger returns.
Top mid-cap idea? Top mid-cap pick?
On the pharma front you want?
No, generally.
Generally, then also it will be on a pharma side. Glenmark and the Lupin would be on the mid-cap front, where it would be a buy from this level, and we can see some 15-20% return overall from these levels.
What's the call on the IT space, given that that US immigration bill would really disrupt the overall business model of most of these companies?
Yeah, that is the only threat to the sector on that visa issue. Otherwise, from attractive valuation front here, Infosys and as well as HCL Tech both are at very attractive valuation. And TCS we have a neutral one, but then also in decline. If it comes down or corrects, then it is a good buy. But overall, with this issue, we can see that it can disrupt the sector, and we can see some more downside. But that downside could be used as opportunity, if not now.
Thanks very much, Yogesh, for joining in on the show and giving us all of your top sector as well as stock bets.